Since my live feed didn't work a while ago, I was wanting to do just a recording, and I'll post it after I get done here. A lot of people's never heard of Myastenia gravis, so I thought I would maybe go over a little timeline what happened to me. Uh, Early last year, I started getting real weak, just the slightest work. Uh, Seemed like the normal work would be almost 4 times as much energy used to try to get things done. I could be outside working in the building for 30, 45 minutes, and I would slowly make it back in the house because it was pure exhaustion. So uh, I thought maybe it was my belly or something, but somebody spent 28 years in the military, you would think, you could do a lot more than that, but it was bothering me. I couldn't do much, and um, I was out there helping all my family, with their getting their stuff done. And well, later on throughout last year, I started blaming my glasses because I started having double vision. Um, so I finally went to the VA. They did a lot of tests. They brought me up at least twice to find out why my vision was so bad, what was going on. From going looking straight was fine, but as soon as I started looking to the side, I would see two of them on each direction, and it was really hard driving that way because as soon as you look right to look for traffic, everything would just go out of whack and start my head starts spinning. And so after that, they sent me to Johnson City Eye Clinic. They did their own examination, told him what my symptoms was, and he said, "I want you to get this blood work done." Well, at that time, other than double vision, I was having real bad slurred speech. I mean, bad. I mean, the VA couldn't understand what I was trying to tell them, so Londa had to try to tell them what was going on, and they thought I was having a stroke. Um, I knew a little bit what was going on. I don't recommend you, if you feel like you're having a stroke, go to the doctor. But I knew what was sort of going on with me, but no knowledge of the actual disease. Uh, a lot of the symptoms of myasthenia gravis is showing almost stroke-like symptoms. That's why I wear this to show what I've got, because if paramedics come in and I'm slurred speech, they're going to start treating me for a stroke, which they can, in case I am having a stroke, they can juggle it around to find out exactly what's going on. Um, so after I went to Johnson Eye Clinic, he gave me that blood work, and when a VA heard me trying to speak, they thought I was having a stroke. So I went up the next morning, and they went ahead and did their heart tests and all that, and asked them if they could run this blood work. They said, "Yeah, go ahead, we'll do it." So I gave it to them. They run the blood work. Well, I came home, no stroke, thank the Lord. And what had happened then, they called me back probably about 3 days later. My primary care told me what they was looking for. Um, I've never heard of myasthenia gravis, but as soon as I typed it in and started reading into it, and I said, that's exactly what I got. And some of the other symptoms I was having, my face is really puffy more than it is now anyway. My face was puffy, my eyes was droopy, slurred speech. Uh, what myasthenia, what myasthenia is called is it means severe muscle weakness, and believe me, it's severe muscle weakness. Um, So when I looked into it, and that's exactly what's going on with me. So uh, the good side, I got a clear mind on what I was dealing with. The bad side, there's really no cure by man's law. I know God can heal me, and it's a daily struggle to try to do anything. But if God wants me to use this to, you know, give knowledge to other people, I'll do it. I'll carry it as my burden of cross. And um, but a lot of I think some doctors probably misdiagnose MG because uh, not many's knowledgeable about it. So uh, fibro fibromyalgia is a real disease, and I see a lot of people, even Yolanda has it, and uh, it constant pain. I've seen some of my friends on Facebook with it, and I feel sorry for you. I know how much pain you guys go through. Uh, it's very rare. There's only um, there's not that many that has it. This is the current uh, count of now. The age group is for women is the 20 to 30 years old, men around 50 to 60 years old. Uh, Only about 31,000 to 67,000 Americans have MG. Um, and so since it's rare, some medical professionals are not fully aware of its symptoms. This means symptoms may not be identified as MG immediately, which can be frustrating. Once it's diagnosed, you'll want to see a doctor who's familiar with it. Dr. Boutros in Johnson City is the only one in this area that really treats it. A lot of your primary care will they might have knowledge of it, but they won't have the treatment like the neurologists have. Uh, so, but your main symptoms, if you may have it. I'm not saying you have it, but if you know family members with slurred speech, droopy eyes, puffy face, um, severe muscle weakness, have them to see a neurologist and make sure that's not what they've got. I see a lot of the symptoms. People with fibro, it messes all your nerve endings. Uh, what MG does, it affects every muscle in your body. Um, Anything's considered a muscle, it can affect your eyes, your face, arms, legs. Some of the friends in Knoxville, they their lungs have messed up because it would weaken down, and so they would have to go in the hospital, get on a ventilator, try to build it back up. Or I've seen a couple of them said they had to have blood transfusions because it got so advanced that the medicine wasn't treating it. Uh, the first medicine he put me on to help my muscles from deteriorating as fast, I take 360 milligrams of it during the day and 180 milligram at night. The second time I went and seen him, which was like 3 or 4 months after I started the meds, and he put me on a different med. Uh, this medicine, the new one, they give people that's had kidney transplants to help their body to accept the new organ. It This new med is literally helping me to my double vision quite, and it is helping with my double vision quite a bit. And I thank the Lord for that. Uh, I go back, they have to do tests every time I go up our blood work to make sure either see if it's the coming down. Um, One of the tests for the antibodies, the normal range is between 25 to 85. Mine was in the 200s range, and they said it's probably some of the highest ones they've seen in a long time. When I first went to see the neurologist, he says it's going to get worse, and he doesn't have to tell me that because it don't take a whole lot for me to wear out. For you mechanics out there, it's like running straight off a car battery without the alternator not working. The nerves will send signals to your muscles um, to start operating when you start working. The signals that my nerves are sending has been destroyed by the autoimmune, and that's why just the slightest work will completely wear me out. It'll just zap all my energy out. And for somebody that's, been around the world, spent 28 years in the military, to not be able to do the slightest work around the house, it messes with your mind. It completely turned me upside down trying to, knowing what my limitations are, which is not a whole lot right now. Some people that has sore muscles, some of the exercise you do is literally walking. But for me, the more I walk, the more it's draining the energy out of my muscles. I could probably walk around this block a couple times and almost collapse because the energy on my muscles completely depleted the time I walk around it. So it's a whole different scenario for stuff I can do to help it. But it seems like the only thing that really helps it is rest to build my energy back up. But once I start, going out doing stuff, I just can't do it no more, and I'm having to, get people to do it, and I have to tell people no, which was never in my vocabulary. People needed something done, I went and did it, and now I can't even hardly do my own work, and it's a little frustrating. Um, there's no cure for it by man's law, but I know God can heal it. But if He wants to use this to educate others about it, I guess that'll be my cross to bear. But I just want to give you a little outline what was going on with me, and um, the biggest thing is go in there and look for it for yourself. Just get your own knowledge about it, and because some of your family members may have it and not know it. Um, if you feel that they might be misdiagnosed, I would recommend going to a neurologist that has studied myasthenia and have them do their own test just to rule it out. And hope and pray none of you get this, because I know the one of you guys, my wife and some of you guys got that fibromyalgia, and I don't put that off on anybody. I know how much pain you guys go through. But I just wanted to do a quick video here. Sorry for my live feed. It was locking up on me, so I figured I'd do it this way. But thank my family for supporting me, especially my church, Philadelphia Cumberland Presbyterian. Pastor Ron and all the family there keeps calling me, and I hate been missing church as much as I have, but I'm hoping to get back on a regular basis, and just pray that the Lord will use this in the way He'd want to. But I love you, and keep praying for me, and I'll keep praying for you. God bless you.